Brian May has taken to Instagram to tell fans he is still struggling in London after flooding ruined his Kensington home last month. Brian May shared a new video with his fans following his recent admission that he wanted to flee the capital. The Queen star's home and many of his sentimental items were ruined after the whole floor of his £7 million home was flooded. In view of his 2.9 million Instagram followers, he said in a video, "Hey folks, I'll give you a little update. My thoughts for today. I'm still struggling in London with the results of a flood, which, added into everything else, has made everything seem difficult. The 74-year-old added he was mindful that there are people in other parts of the world who were dealing with much worse things. So, I'm kind of hanging in, he continued. Earlier this month, the rock star said he and his wife Anita Dobson had decided to their lives in London behind for good. The couple's home was ruined by flooding during a period of heavy rainfall on July 12. Explaining the decision to leave London, Brian said, "The house is wrecked and it is heartbreaking. The funny thing is we actually hated living where we are for a long time. We put a lot of love and care into building the house, but the surroundings have been horrible for such a long time." Brian went on to describe the capital city as brutal as he slammed the constant noise, traffic and dust and pollution and rudeness. "What this flood has done is be the catalyst. We are going to get out. We just have to leave," he added to the Mirror. The Queen legend went on to say he didn't sleep for days as he tried to save precious items such as photos and memorabilia. In recent weeks, Brian has also hit out at Boris Johnson over his handling of the coronavirus pandemic. The rock star slammed the Prime Minister for being too little, too late at every point. He told The Independent, "Hundreds, if not thousands of our relatives died because of bad advice and because of the bad decisions that Boris made with Matt Hancock and those other people." Back in March, Boris admitted there were many things he wished he had done differently to tackle COVID-19. As part of a lengthy statement, he said, "I think in retrospect, there are probably many things that we wish that we'd known and many things that we wish we'd done differently at the time, because we were fighting a novel disease under very different circumstances than any previous government had ever imagined." He continued, "Perhaps the single biggest false assumption that we made was about the potential for asymptomatic transmission, and that did govern a lot of policy in the early days. All that misunderstanding about the reality of asymptomatic transmission certainly led to real problems that meant we then really had to work very hard to make up ground."